Hi, it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead, and Maria tells a story. And today is the special day. It's the day we get to do a Bible story. So we've been learning all about creation, and if you remember, on day 6, God made Adam, the first man ever to live. So let's go on with story 9. Leaping to his feet, Adam looked around for the first time to see the beautiful world in which he found himself. I wonder what he thought and what he said. Of course, there was nobody for him to talk to except for the animals. That some of them were nearby goes without saying because animals are really curious. I can almost picture a little dog licking at his hand, or a cat brushing past his leg, maybe a horse nosing close so he could be petted. Coming from all directions are other animals, perhaps a lion or an elephant, a bear or a beaver, a big fat panda, and a sassy little chipmunk. They're all so friendly, but gazing wide-eyed at the magnificent, that means really, really great creature that was before them. Somehow they seemed to recognize him as their leader and their master. And as he walks back and forth over the soft green grass, they follow him gladly, leaping and frisking about in pride and joy. Happy cries of welcome fill the meadows and forests as the great parade moves over the hill and valley, by shady pools and little streams and sandy lake shores, as Adam pauses to marvel at some fresh wonder of creation, like perhaps a beautiful tree or brightly colored flower. More animals begin to come out of the forest glades. While birds swoop low to see what is going on, instinct tells them that this tall, handsome being with the flashing eyes and kingly bearing has been given dominion over the fish of the sea, the fowl, that means birds, of the air, and over all living things that move upon the earth. And there is no fear. Adam is not afraid, even as the tiger that follows close at his heel. And the tiger's not afraid of him either. A deer plays with a leopard without worrying about getting hurt, and antelopes and buffaloes, camels, kangaroos, they all graze together. Graze means they're eating grass in perfect peace and harmony. I suppose some of them could be eating leaves off trees or bushes. Seeing the animals eat reminds Adam that he's hungry. But what is there for him? His eyes turn to look at some purple grapes hanging from a vine, then some bright red berries, and again to clusters of nuts on the trees. Could these be his food? As he wonders which he should take, he hears the voice of God saying to him, "Behold, I have given you every herb," that means plant, "bearing seed, which is upon the whole face of the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed." Can you think of any trees that have a fruit with a seed in them? How about apples? Yeah. Bananas even have seeds, those tiny little black specks. If you look next time you take a bite of a banana, those are actually seeds. And peaches have seeds. We call them pits. All fruit has seeds. "And you shall eat it for meat," said God. By meat, he meant food. So Adam takes his choice. They're all for him. But with so many wonderful things before him, he finds it a little hard to decide which he's going to eat first. Maybe a banana? Or a pear? A green apple? How about some pecans or a bunch of grapes? Oh dear, what a problem. Just which he took first, we shall never know. But there's one thing for certain. Adam's first meal must have been the finest that any person has ever eaten, with everything fresh from the menu of the Creator's hand. And everything brought into existence, that means when it started, just 3 days before. How tasty and juicy it must have been. Don't you wish you could have shared it with him? And did it ever occur to you how wonderful it is that God created grass before he made the animals that would eat it? And he made fruit trees and nut trees before he made the man, who would need these things for food. Of course, like squirrels and things, they eat nuts too. And that, when he created trees and vines and grasses, God made them in such a special way that they could draw the minerals and vitamins out of the earth that all of his new creatures would need to grow and be healthy. God must have been so careful. He paid attention to every little detail. It is now late in the afternoon of the 6th day. Already the sun is sinking toward the western horizon. God's work of creation is almost over. Everything he intended to do to make perfection is almost done. Everything except for one. He has created the earth out of nothing, and he divided the land from the water. He covered the mountains and trees with hills with gorgeous trees and flowers. He made the birds and the fish and the animals. Crowning all of that, he made man in his own image. Man, the masterpiece, the supreme, that means the very best, object of his love, for whom all this beauty and abundance he had provided. Yet there is one more that remains to be done. One last beautiful blessing to bestow. The sweetest, loveliest act of all Creation Week. And we will learn about that tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this story. I just marvel at how much God loved us and how he paid attention to everything we would need. So, this is Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead, and Maria Tells a Story. I want to pray blessings on you and yours in your house, when you're out of your house, in the day and in the night, and whatever you do, keep dreaming, keep a story in your heart. All right, good night. I love you.